I feel tempted to title this road test of the Toyota Prius PHV G, How the Other Half Live. Because sampling this particular plug-in, part-time electric vehicle became a voyage of discovery, the journey taking two directions. First, the G is a Prius how North America, Europe, and Japan know the petrol-electric toy motor. That means it comes with a proper lithium-ion battery, that plug, and an EV driving mode that might just scoot you to work and back without using any soot-producing cold juice. Second, the G is only available here as a second-hand imported vehicle, albeit one that is sold under the trustworthy customer service umbrella of Toyota New Zealand's signature class range. Which means I'm really taking one for the readership team here. Normally, when I see a test vehicle equipped with monsoon shields and an unsubstantiated number of kilometers on the odo, I run a mile to the nearest luxury car dealership and replace that second-hand vehicle test booking with one of their new demo cars. But personal curiosity overcame pride in this instance. For I've always seen the nub of a good idea within the Prius concept. It was always the execution of that idea that has inspired so much angst on my part in the past. For example, why did Toyota make the hybrid look so different to the other cars in the showroom? Surely, it was so other motorists would instantly acknowledge the green-hallowed piety of the early adopters of the Prius. It was therefore a no-brainer for me to begin hailing the car as the Prius. And why fit the NZ new Prius with such inefficient nickel-metal hydride batteries, a practice that continues today even though the car is now into its fourth generation? Such obsolete energy storage made it almost obligatory for me to call the NZ spec Prius out for not being as environmentally friendly as it could be. The 20th century battery tech made the car nothing more than a mobile billboard to show how much its owners care about the planet. But let's not kid ourselves, okay? Driving a NZ market Prius is like a delegation from forest and bird flying business class to some conference on rainforest logging in far-off Brazil. It's talking the talk, but is it really walking the walk? Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, there has been another Prius for at least 5 years now. And it's good enough to have earned a capital G in its model nomenclature. Like the latest NZ model, the G has proper fully independent suspension and a highly rigid platform provides sturdy foundations for its steering and bump compliance. It also still looks like something that aliens would arrive on Earth in. But there are crucial differences in equipment fit-out, battery spec, and the fuel-saving thing that you can do with it when you get it home. For it comes with said plug, and connecting it to the house supply for a couple of hours will allow you drive a claimed 26 kilometers over the following day without emitting any toxic hydrocarbons. Admittedly, I only got to drive 18 kilometers between recharges in the EV mode because of the steep hill I live on, but this is definitely something that adds a little righteousness to balance the usual piety of driving a Prius. It's the lithium-ion battery of the G that enables it to be plugged in at times when it's not in use and stock up on more energy to drive emission-free. Nickel-metal hydride batteries have a memory effect that would make this practice impractical. You probably remember the days when it was best to let the battery of your mobile phone completely run down before recharging it. That's because the NiMH battery inside it would only accept a partial recharge if there was a residual amount of energy still inside it. What's more, a lithium-ion battery can be charged more quickly and efficiently. These are two reasons that it's worth investing in the shares of lithium mining companies at present. It's rapidly becoming one of the most desired elements on the periodic table as our electrically driven future comes further into view. There is a lot more driver engagement when driving a plug-in Prius rather than its cordless NZ spec cousin. That's because the former introduces a competitive element when you experiment with how far you can drive it without using any petrol. Momentum becomes as precious as that flaky white metallic element in the battery. The EV mode of the G can be instantly swapped for the hybrid mode, and it's the better mode for highway speeds, reserving power in the EV setting to handle urban applications. Used thus, it is probably possible to drive the G for more than a month without any need to refuel it with petrol. These second-hand plug-in Prius models usually have a modest number of kilometers on the odo, 15,000 in this instance, and the G-Spec is equipped like the range leader that it is. That means you'll pay around $35,000 for one that's been refreshed by the Signature Class facility in Thames, where it also receives a NZ-compatible audio system. Driving one is a great way to find out how Prius owners in the Northern Hemisphere live. Relax everyone, apparently the upcoming Toyota Supra will have a manual transmission after all. Although a lot of specification information did not feature a manual transmission, the BMW Z4, co-developed with Toyota, does indicate a manual option. In addition, a member of IH8MUD.com forum spoke with a Toyota official and they confirmed the rumored manual transmission. However, said Toyota official also informed forum members that the upcoming Supra will not have a BMW inline-six, rather a turbocharged V6, possibly 3.5 liters. This was a rumor floating around for a while, and although it intrigued many, it has been proven incorrect. The co-developed engine will reportedly push over 400 horsepower, plenty of ponies to get the small coupe going. Obviously, no real performance stats or even final design renderings have been released, but it is possible we will see the Supra's debut at the Tokyo Motor Show this year. There is also a possibility of a hybrid powertrain, but that seems a little less likely as no true clues have led us to believe this.
The new Toyota Supra has been in the rumor mill for roughly 4 years now, and so far, so much about the car remains unknown. While a rumored test vehicle has been spotted multiple times, the actual specs of the highly anticipated performance car are still up for speculation. That is, of course, until a fresh batch of rumors emerged earlier this month. These latest Toyota Supra rumors come from a dedicated forum for Toyota enthusiasts. Citing a conversation with an alleged Toyota representative who was heavily involved in the development of the 200 series Land Cruiser, a member of the online community outlined the first few specs and features of the upcoming performance car. While most of the content in the alleged Toyota rep statement featured details about the Japanese carmaker's Land Cruiser, some details about the Supra were also revealed. Among these details are the vehicle's possible release date, its engine, and most of all, its transmission. As stated in a car advice report, the alleged Toyota employee said that the Japanese carmaker would likely release the new Toyota Supra sometime around 2019, which is roughly 2 years from now. The vehicle would also likely be equipped with a 3.5-liter turbo V6 engine that produces around 400 horsepower. Most interestingly, the performance car would also be rolled out with a manual gearbox, which would most likely satisfy the cravings of the iconic brand's most ardent fans. Echoing previous rumors, however, the Toyota rep also allegedly mentioned that the new Supra would be offered with a hybrid option. The hybrid version would likely have roughly the same power and performance as its non-hybrid sibling. While the accuracy of these latest rumors could not be confirmed, some of the new information has managed to excite and disappoint classic Supra fans online. Many, for one, welcome the addition of a manual gearbox for the upcoming performance car, since the configuration would give drivers more control over their driving. With a manual transmission, the new Toyota Supra would likely tickle the nostalgia of the brand's supporters. However, several aspects of the new rumors did not sit well with fans. Some, for one, believe that the new Toyota Supra would likely be better off with an inline-six engine instead of a V6. Inline-six engines, after all, are generally more well-balanced than traditional turbo V6 units. If these new rumors do turn out to be true, it would only be a matter of time before the Supra brand resurrects itself as one of the most respected names in the automotive industry. Being unveiled entirely on September 6, 2017, in Japan, the new Nissan Leaf is ripe with Nissan's most advanced technologies. Nissan is pitching that its redesigned next-generation Leaf promises to amaze your senses while raising the bar for the electric vehicle market. I think the Leaf set a fine standard for years. I'd be hesitant to replace the 2015 version iDrive, so the next version must be incredible. As you can see, amazing is the term Nissan is tying to the new Leaf. It's a significant step beyond the first-generation Leaf's marketing, which was focused on being green and not using gas. The company has clearly shifted to an approach that brands the Leaf as high-tech, amazing, and peaceful to drive. Absolutely, the 100% electric car, with its zero tailpipe emissions, offers an effortless, quiet, agile, and most definitely refreshing experience while driving. This is something everyone can understand and will quickly notice in the car. But peaceful perhaps doesn't attract as many humans as amazing, even if it means more in day-to-day life. The new Nissan Leaf, an icon of Nissan Intelligent Mobility, sports all of the available Nissan Intelligent Mobility technologies. Drivers will become even more confident with enhanced vision and can better sense what is around the car. Nissan keeps tantalizing EV lovers with glimpses of the latest version of the well-loved Nissan Leaf. An earlier Clean Technica report on the specs for the 2018 Leaf indicate the car will maintain its competitive pricing despite the much better tech. The new Nissan Leaf will come with e-pedal, a further improvement in regenerative braking. It is one of the amazing technologies from the Japanese firm. In actuality, e-pedal further enables one-pedal driving, one of the benefits of electric cars that drivers quickly learn to love. Nissan established itself as a pioneer in the EV movement by launching the Leaf, the world's first mass-market electric vehicle. Today, the Nissan Leaf is the world's best-selling electric vehicle with more than 280,000 units sold. The world premiere for the new Nissan Leaf will take place on September 6, 2017, in Japan, and we will be bringing the unveiling to you live online. Subscribe to Nissan's global YouTube account or follow us at @Nissan Motor. Meanwhile, Nissan Leaf sales keep going and going and going, in the US, the UK, and elsewhere. I think for many like myself, the Leaf will be my next car if not the Tesla Model 3. Nothing else compares in value and appeal for many of us.